I'm just one of those people, like, I'll just tell you what I'm doing instead of asking. It's almost like one of those things, like, ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Like, don't tell anybody, like, oh, because then people get in your ear and then you start to doubt, like, okay, should I be doing this? And it's just like, why not? You only get one life. Let's live it to the fullest. Let's do what our heart desires. And I think you just figure everything out as you go. So once
So, how did this Dusty bride plan her destination wedding in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico at a beautiful private villa? That is what I know you want to know, and that is what we are going to talk about. So, let's go. Oh, no. Hey, Desties and bride friends. Welcome back to the Desti Guide to Destination Weddings. I am so excited to share this interview with you. I have a Desti bride that has had a wedding in a private villa. I get the questions about it, and it's officially the day that you get to hear about how that goes. So, this is DESTIBRIDE Shar and her husband Deji, and they got married in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Now, I will not be giving you all of the details. I feel like I always give you the details and then you hear them anyway. So you got to watch it to find out what happens. But I will tell you that all details, as well as a beautiful photo gallery of their wedding, is waiting for you in Destiland. And Shar is a beauty professional as well, so she has agreed to come back and talk to us about all the beauty things too. So if you have any questions about her wedding or really anything that pops in your mind, make sure that you drop those in the comments. And while you are down there, make sure that you, if you have not already, introduce yourself. Give me that hashtag I'm a Desti and let me know when and where you're getting married. I love to get to know you. If you have not already, make sure that you subscribe and ding that bell, because I have new episodes coming, and that's the only way you will know the moment they come out. And if you're listening on the podcast, don't worry. You can also leave your comments and your questions. You can drop them in the Desti Lovers community, or you can just find me on Instagram at desti.land, and we will get those answers to you too, bride friend. So yes, you enjoy this interview with the beautiful Desti bride, Shar Davis XO, and I will see you next time. But until then, as usual, I am wishing you all the best week of your life and reminding you to have the time of your life planning the best days of your life. Bye, guys. Hi, Shar.
Hi, Omi.
Welcome.
To be here.
So, it's been a long time coming. We've been trying to connect for years at this point.
Yes, it has been years, but we finally did it. We did it. So.
Yes, I got you in. I reached out to you, found you on Instagram, I feel like, and just like, oh my God, I love you. Or did you find me? I don't remember, actually. I'm thinking about it.
I don't remember. We found each other though, so that's
Yeah, either way, we found each other.
one of those groups. I was in a lot of groups during the planning of the wedding, and so I don't know. Everybody helped. Everybody contributed. So
Well, good. So now you're going to pay it forward, and we are going to dig all up in your business and see how you plan that beautiful wedding.
let's do it.
So, where did you get married, and when did you get married?
I got married at Villa La Roca in Cabo San Lucas, and that was on May 20th, 2018.
Yay! And I normally would, I'm actually doing this backwards, but can you introduce yourself and tell us about you and your fiance and how you met and all that beautiful stuff?
Yes, all that great stuff. So I'm Shar Olasimbo, and my husband's name is Deji Olasimbo. And what was the next question?
How did you guys meet?
Oh, okay. So we met at a tire shop. It's a funny story. So we met at a tire shop in LA. We were getting our tires changed, and I had went to the tire shop like a few days prior because I was going on a little road trip with my sister, and when I was going to work, I noticed that my car was shaking. So I was like, okay, let me go get, like, maybe they didn't put the wheels on properly. I don't know. So I went back. And then when I went back, he was there. So I had an attitude normally because, well, I had an attitude naturally because I'm like, I'm wasting my time doubling back, doing something that you guys could have did right the first time. So when he saw me, I was like, I hope you don't try to talk to me because I need to get in and out of here. And so then the guy was like, well, I have to finish his tires first before I can help you. So give me a minute. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be back. So I left and went to the store, like just walked to the store. And when I came back, my husband was like, did you give me some chips? And I was like,
Uh,
how that's how it started. And he's eating chips right now. So he loves some chips, I guess. So yeah, that's how I met him. And yeah, and then we just been rocking ever since.
cool. And how long was it between you guys meeting and you guys getting engaged?
That's a great question.
Or roundabout?
Roundabout, it was like 3.5 to 4 years that we got engaged. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we had been talking about it like maybe around year two. Like, oh, what kind of rings do you like? And I was like, why? We about to get married? And he was, hey, I just want to know in case, we get to that point. And I was like, okay. So, I told him, and then I kind of forgot about it because I was not really worried about it. I'm not of like an ultimatum kind of girl. It's kind of just like, when you want to do it, it's on you. And if it's not within my time frame, then we're gonna have to have a talk. But that was pretty much it. So 3.5 to 4 years.
And you was like, okay, yeah, I'll let you know when it's time.
Yeah,
or when it's really time. Yeah.
Right. But other than that, like, just enjoy each other's company, and it is what it is. Because once you start stressing, it's just like, it takes the fun out of the relationship. When you just let the man naturally, as long as you set your intentions in the beginning, like, hey, we're dating, but is marriage your goal? Like, yeah, okay, it is. All right, cool. As long as we have the common interest and he's not like, no, I'm gonna be a player for life, then it's like you want to get on the same page from the beginning, but then after that, as long as your common interests align, then just let it be.
Yes, I love that. We're gonna get the relationship advice too. I see. We're about to get all of that.
Just a little mix it up.
No, I love it. And actually, you sent me your YouTube video, so I will actually link to that because I love the video that you did talking about your wedding and the relationship advice. So, yes, I already knew this was going to be good. So, so speaking of being on the same page, did you guys immediately know that you wanted to have a destination wedding?
Originally we wanted to elope. We were like, let's just go. We were going to go to South Africa and do this, like, it was probably going to be like Skype because Zoom wasn't really like a thing then. So we were like, we could just do it. We could film it. He's into production and entertainment and stuff. So he was like, we could just get a really dope camera crew and like live stream it or whatever. And so I was like, okay, like, let's do that. And then I had called my mom and I was like, yeah, I think we're going to elope. And she was like, the hell you are? No, she didn't say that. She didn't say it like that. But I had called my mom, and so I told her, and she was just like, I just feel like I was at your sister's wedding, and I wanted, because I have two older sisters, and she was like, and now you're calling me talking about you want to elope. Like, I want to be there. I don't think that's fair. And I was like, what are you talking about? So
you already went to two. You got to go to all of them.
You got to go to everybody. You could get on FaceTime and be there. And so after talking to him, he was like, oh, okay. Like, I get it. You get married. The marriage is for yourself, but I think the wedding is just like for friends and family to come celebrate you. So then he was more so open, like, okay, well, if we do a wedding, then it's not going to be in LA. And so I called her back and I was like, hey, we decided to actually have a wedding, but it's not going to be down the street. And so you're going to have to get on the plane. My mom does not like traveling. So it was like give and take. So you don't have to come to Africa, but you're going to have to come to Mexico. And so I had got on Google and I just typed in like villas, because for some reason we both wanted to get married at a villa, like right away. We was like, what about a villa? He was like, oh, I was thinking that too. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let's look at it. So I typed in nice villas to get married in Mexico, and then Cabo popped up. And so I just went down the rabbit hole with that, ended up finding Villa La Roca, and it might have been the second location I saw. I emailed her. She was on vacation, told me she'll get back to me in a week. And then after that, we booked it. It was very easy.
Okay. So
Yeah.
wait a minute. Why? So you live in LA, right?
Yeah, we live in LA. Uh-huh.
Okay, and you're from LA.
I'm from Oakland, so
Okay.
Northern California. He's from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you guys knew it wasn't going to be home. You guys were going to go somewhere. And was it
Somewhere.
just Mexico because it was so close, or what made you guys say Mexico?
Because we are always in Mexico. Like we
Okay.
always go to Mexico. We have been to Puerto Vallarta. We had already been, I think, to Cabo maybe once or twice together, and then we had to Cancun. Like we are always just like Mexico. It's because it's so quick. So as opposed to going to like Jamaica or Barbados or to the Caribbean, which we love to go to that side as well. But when you're thinking like quick flight, Cabo is 2 hours from here, like 2 hours flat. So I was just like, we should just make it convenient. And then most of his family was coming from Atlanta, and so when I Googled the flight time from Atlanta to Cabo, it was 3 hours. It was 3 hours and 30 minutes for them, and it was 2 hours for us. So we felt like it was a very good meeting point for everybody, as opposed to going to the Caribbean. My family would have to travel
Across the whole.
yeah, and then his family would be like a hop, skip, and jump. So I was like, no, we need to make it to where it's convenient for everybody, and obviously convenient for us. So yeah, that's how we settled on Mexico.
All right. How many guests?
There was 75 people in total. So is that big? I don't know. I felt like I wanted 40. So I know, because he's Nigerian. So he was like, no, he got the family to fill it up with. So I was like, okay. So we got closer to 50, and then it hit 60. And I was like, listen, this is going too far. And then we ended up at 75 flat.
Okay. And you said that it kind of kept going. So do you remember how many invitations you sent?
So probably sent 85.
Okay.
Like,
and people would have had their plus ones also, right?
oh, I'm very strict. I didn't have any plus ones. So basically no plus ones for people who are not married, because
Okay.
I don't know your man that you just met last week. Well, I gotta pay for his food. He not coming. So all my friends, they were pretty, and then I didn't have any bridesmaids either. So it was a bit. I feel like we eloped kind of in Cabo though, because it was
and invited people. You guys had an elopement and invited some people there.
Because it was just like, this is just about us. Like, I don't need to be like, oh, I have my 10 best friends right here. Like, I just didn't need to do that. I was like, y'all come. Everybody wore white. And we gave a speech at the wedding where it was basically like, if you're here, you are our bridesmaids and groomsmen. And that's why everybody is in all white, inclusive. And, if you got an invite, like it's special. So, because it's small. The location only held 75. So I'm like, if you are in there, we thought of you first, so yeah. So so it was easy. It was an easy wedding. It was pretty easy.
It was easy.
I know.
I like
It was
this. Okay.
easy.
So
Like,
you rented the villa, but the villa couldn't hold everybody. So how did you handle that?
okay, so the villa was 15,000 square feet, and it had I think it was an 8 or 9 bedroom. So all of our immediate family, like sisters, brothers, parents, all stayed in the house together. And that was actually everybody's first time meeting. So it was very nice. Really, it was almost like picture perfect. Like my mom and his mom are like this to this day. Like they get along very well. They always are doing like prayer calls and text messages. So they're super sweet. I love their relationship. And so everybody just met, and everybody clicked. Like all of our siblings clicked. It was great. So then our guests, the rest of everybody, we had them stay at the Rio Santa Fe. Is that how you say it? Yeah, the Rio Santa Fe. And my travel agent actually recommended the Rio. And then so we had like a affordable option, and then I think our luxe option was like the Cape or something. The Cape, I forget. It might have been the Cape. So if you were like trying to spend some money, like I'm going on a vacation, let me ball out, then you were staying at the Cape. And if you were like, okay, I'm on a budget, but I want to go support, that's great too. And then I had them at the Rio.
I love that. And you had a travel agent, so good.
Yes, had a travel agent for sure.
Did you do you normally have one, or did you decide to get one for the wedding specifically?
I usually plan my own trips because I have a travel group called Brown Girls Tripping, and so
That's right. Yeah.
I'm all about planning my trips and doing my own itineraries and planning everything from yacht days and beach days and all this. But for the wedding, I was like, okay, it's 75 of y'all. I don't have time. So I got a wedding planner or not a wedding planner. I got a travel agent that was recommended by one of my friends. And he handled everything. He did a really, really good job. So basically, everybody was able to set up their payment plans and just kind of pay as they go. And then I think the final balance was due like 3 weeks before we left.
I love that. And how long in between? How long were you guys engaged? What was the planning timeline for that? Do you remember?
So we were engaged for a year and 2 months. Because yeah, we got engaged in Paris in March of 2017. Yes, we got it at the Eiffel Tower. He did it big. So yeah, so we had got engaged in Paris in March of 2018, and then we got married in 20. Did I get my calculations right?
You got engaged in 2017, I'm imagining, because you got married.
I'll say that again. So yeah, so we got engaged in Paris in March of 2017, and then we got married in Cabo in 2018 in May. So just
a little
about
over a year.
Yeah, just over the year mark.
Okay.
Weather is better. It was like I was thinking about what is it? What's in March where everybody's on vacation? I forget.
Spring break.
Yes, I did not want to get married during spring break. It was a very strategic, like, let's skip this. And then April, I think about like April showers. Like April doesn't really seem like I don't know. April doesn't do it for me when I think of months. Like I like May, I like summer months. So that was like getting right into that time.
Yeah, and May, what was the date again?
May 20th.
Was that around Memorial Day? Was like the week before maybe or something?
Before, and that was also very strategic planning because it was really only 1 week we could do it because it was Cinco de Mayo, and I was like, I am not about to be listen. So Cinco de Mayo, and then it was Mother's Day, and at first we had selected Mother's Day because it was like, oh, that would be beautiful for our mothers, so blah blah blah, and I was like, And then we switched it, so we did, and then we're like, okay, it's gonna be Memorial Day, and that's party central, so it had to be in that little pocket. So it was very strategic date.
Yeah, I love that too, and that makes sense. And the one thing, Memorial Day, if you get married on on Mother's Day, then you'll always have like an anniversary / Mother's Day, and you're kind of playing yourself. Like, I like to spread my celebrations out, right?
Now you gotta celebrate me on this day and next week.
I didn't want to be near my birthday. I am a Memorial Day bride.
I
did not want to get married on my birthday. I did not want to get married on Christmas because those are the big ones for us. And it was like, no, I need them to be, or Valentine's Day. No, that's different too. Nope.
Yeah. Very specific. Scatter my celebrations out, okay? Because I want to go somewhere for each and every one of them.
Yeah. When is your birthday?
My birthday is it's November 13th, so I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to hear about this Paris proposal. So I'm gonna not even jump into that right now, though that's a whole other thing. And I'm already set on having you on because we're gonna talk beauty, and then in the midst of talking beauty, we're gonna talk about that too. I already got it in. I'm already here with it.
I'm down.
So, and actually with your wedding, what was your wedding budget?
Our budget, we were like, let's land between 30 and 40. I think I closed it out at 30, and that included the honeymoon in Bali.
Oh, you guys honeymooned in Bali?
Yes, for 10 days. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and that included that. Okay, wait. So you have 75 people. They actually stayed where they stayed.
Mm-hmm.
What day of the week did you get married?
We got married on a Sunday.
You got married on a Sunday. When did guests start to arrive? Around about?
Friday because we had a boat day on Saturday, so everybody could mingle.
Okay.
And
So you had a
yeah,
welcome boat.
yeah. So they arrived on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and then they left on Monday.
Did you
Some
do
people,
anything with them on Saturday?
yeah, Saturday we did the welcome. So Friday, sorry, this was a while ago. So Friday, so Friday everybody started to kind of come in, and I think 30 people had arrived already on Friday. And
Okay.
so where did we go? We went to some rooftop on the main strip and we just had drinks, food, whatever. And then we walked to the club and did like a little club night. So then Saturday we did a boat day. It was just like, they do like the all inclusive like drinks, and then they had like a little fire show. It was very cute and very, everybody was very into it, but that was optional. It was like, if you don't want to pay for it, you don't have to, but this is all the details and the time that we'll be there. And then Sunday, I think we got married around 4 or 5 o'clock. So that was kind of just, everybody. I think some of my friends like went to swim with the dolphins and stuff and then got ready and came to the wedding. So people kind of had their free time because I didn't want to take up every single moment because it's still a vacation. Oh, yes. And then at the villa, so our closest friends, since it was such a big villa and it had like a jacuzzi and a pool, we had a pool party for a couple hours before the boat party. So It's kind of like a little 2-in-1 day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that. And then for the boat party, you didn't even have to host that. You basically just found it and told people it cost this much.
Yeah, it cost this much and just come. So it had really good food. They served you. It was like a fine dining experience because they have some of the boats where you go, it's like a booze cruise, and you can go turn up and they'll feed you tacos. I was like, no, it needs to be something a little bit more, luxury. So then found one, I forget the name of it, but it was a fine dining cruise and you pay a little bit more, and that's how you get the fire show, the plated 3-course meal, and the rooftop drinks. That was really nice. It was really nice.
I'm gonna have you dig that one up because I'm linking to that. So
find it. I really will. I just found everything off TripAdvisor really and just set it up. So everybody paid them through PayPal, and then she sent me a confirmation like, oh, this person paid, so you should expect, I think, like 45 people on the boat. And then I was like, okay, cool. That was it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
This is, you did this wonderfully. Okay, hold on. We need to take a quick moment to tell you about the amazing wedding website and app company that I used and I personally love, and that's Appy Couple. Appy Couple is a modern wedding website and interactive app that practically builds itself. And let's be honest, Desti weddings require way more details and care than the traditional wedding. And I really feel strongly that Appy Couple is a perfect choice if you want to invite and impress. Appy Couple lets you organize all aspects of your wedding, from individual event details and RSVPs to registries and every last detail your guests will need. Travel, accommodations, passports, maps, weather, everything. And let's be honest, it's fun telling people that your wedding has an app. Huh? What's your question? Go to the app and find out. Now, I not only used Appy Couple for my wedding, but Appy Couple since the beginning has been a Desti partner, which means that should you use my link, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. If you would like to know more about Appy Couple, get my review, get some pros and cons, and see what goodies they have to offer right now, you can go to desti.land/Appy Couple. The link will be in the description. And I also did a complete walkthrough of my wedding website for you to get a feel for how Appy Couple works. So you can head there and sign up and let me know if you have any questions. Okay, back to the interview. Okay, all right. As far as with the budget, did you guys pay for it yourselves, or was there family contributions? How did you guys save for that, or pay for it?
We prepared for it with we paid for it ourselves, and then my mom wanted to purchase my dress and the cake and the flowers, which I'm not really a flower person, so a lot of people have like a crazy flower budget. I think my flower budget was like $800 because I'm not really into flowers like that. I've never been. My husband, he buys me flowers and I've learned to like appreciate them, but I've never was like, oh my God, I have to have this and this. So she covered my dress, the cake, and the flowers, and then we paid for everything else.
Your dress is absolutely positively gorgeous.
Thank you, Vivian Atlier. I got that. It's funny because I think that might have been the second dress I tried on, and I just was like, okay, I take it. I was just like, because if you keep shopping, you're gonna keep finding dresses. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like, ooh, this one too. Ooh, yeah, this one too. And
I can get this one for the after party, and then I could wear this one. So it was just like, let's just make it very simple. And I had some that style of dress was actually like a year older when I picked it because I had went into the showroom, and so she was like, this is like 2019 dress, and then this, and so I really like that one. So basically she custom did it for me, so that's why I had the low back and the higher front because I have a bigger breast and I just didn't want it to kind of come out, I just wanted to kind of keep that covered and then do the low back instead, which I thought was very cute.
yes, I will absolutely be dropping photos because between that and then your ponytail and then the way like you just gave the peaks, I just loved it. And you didn't need flowers because your venue was so freaking gorgeous. Like
it was like it's the ocean. Like what more could you accessorize that with? So I was just like, this is it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about your pictures, and I feel like I can't even remember flowers. I'm imagining your bouquet. I have to look because in my mind.
The funny part is that I actually forgot to walk down the aisle with my bouquet.
With your bouquet, my girlfriend did the same thing.
Like, I looked at pictures. I said something is missing, and then I said bouquet. And I was like, but you know what? It really worked out because I would have busted my like I really would have because my dress was really long. We had steps and then we had to cross the pond. It was like too much and I would have been like fidgeting a lot and I probably would have taken a stumble because I'm very clumsy. So it actually worked out perfectly, but I was just like looking back at the pictures like, where the hell is my bouquet at? Something's not right in this, but it worked out.
I love it. So was the villa specific for weddings or do they just kind of rent it out in general?
They just rent it out in general. So they you can rent it out just if you want to go on a lavish vacation, but the manager of the villa is also a wedding planner. So
that's my question. Okay.
Yeah. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, how can I go about planning this? And she was just like, oh, I'm the wedding planner too. And I was just like, a 2-for-1. How did I get so lucky? So Yadira is absolutely amazing. I actually just talked to her yesterday because I might be going back to Cabo and she kind of helps me when I go back, like, oh, stay here, do this. Here's my connect for COVID. Like they come test you and stuff. So Yadira is definitely a friend of mine for sure. She made the wedding planning process very seamless. She was very detailed and I love her. I absolutely love her. I think we might have... My friends was trying to get her drunk at the end of the wedding. She just mixed and mingled with so many people. Everybody was like, we love her. And so
good. No, I love that. So yes, I'm like, wait a minute now. Let's get some planning. And I get a lot of questions. So we got married. We did off resort. We got married at a private beach club. So we had like the blank canvas and had to fill in all of the gaps. But I get the questions about it. And I haven't interviewed another bride that did that. So that was one thing I was really excited about with you. Like, okay, good. We can talk about that because you don't have to have a resort. Like just because it's destination doesn't mean you have to have a resort.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to. I found that it was probably honestly a little cheaper than doing that because all my family stayed in the house and then everything else was just like kind of a la carte, where I feel like as at a resort they kind of have packages and you kind of got to stay within that. And then it just ends up being overpriced. And also for me, I didn't really want to do a resort wedding because I did not want to get married in the sand, and neither did he. So it was like, okay, we know if it's going to be destination, it's going to be at a venue specific.
Yeah, you got me thinking too, because so with your family, and the family that stayed, did they put in on the villa or did you just tell them to fly?
Yeah. So we covered a little more than half of the villa, and then we just gave everybody like a little price to pay, like, oh, just cover this. And then our parents, obviously we covered them. And so, but like my sisters and his brothers and stuff, I'm like, no, y'all could put a little coin
put in a little something.
Yeah, our parents were covered. And so we were like, just pay for this and that's it. Everything else is covered.
That's a really good idea. Oh,
Yeah.
I like this.
Then you kind of can start to break down those costs for room and board because they would have paid for a hotel anyway. So
Right. And what did you guys have like a chef as far as food and drink? Was that kind of a part of it for your stay?
we had a chef a couple of the nights, like a welcome chef. So they were there like making tacos and margaritas and, all the goods when we arrived. And then I think the next day I had somebody, oh no, my sister and my mom cooked breakfast the next day for everybody. And then we were at the boat for dinner. And so we really
Right.
didn't need a chef, but she had one on standby for us. Like, oh, if you need us to come up and cook, we will do that.
Oh,
So,
oh,
but we were because
nice.
it came so quick that by the time you're eating a meal, you're either out at one of the events or you're like, going to sleep, going to sleep.
Exactly. Exhausted. Yeah.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, I was the same way. How early did you arrive? If your wedding was on Sunday, guests started arriving on Friday. Do you remember when you guys got there?
Yeah, we got there on Tuesday or Wednesday. And just
Okay.
kind of we checked into a hotel and just relaxed and kind of wrapped up final details. I never had a food tasting. I never had a cake tasting. I never tasted anything until the day of. It was hilarious. My friends were like, "You're not gonna go?" I was like, "It's fine." I trust her. I just trusted her. I was like, "I know you're not gonna send me like somebody that has bad food." So
Right.
just I looked at the reviews. I looked at the plating and how it looks, presentation. I was like, "Oh, I like them. Let's do that. Let's do this cake." So I was like, "How bad could it be?" So I kind of just winged it really. So we got there on a Wednesday, and I think we left on. I think we did Wednesday to Wednesday.
Okay. So then
hmm
you guys had the villa, but then did you guys stay through the once people left? Because people left around probably Sunday or Monday. I know you had the wedding on Sunday, so.
No, the wedding was Sunday. People left Monday, and then we checked into a hotel with some of our friends and family that had stayed too. We checked into the same hotel, and then we stayed for a couple more days with everybody.
Was that the Cape?
No, ooh, I forgot. Villa? No, it's not the Villa. Villa del. I've
You
stayed
could
at
give
Villa
it to
del
me.
Mar, and I've stayed at what's the one? Cabo Villas? It might have been Cabo Villas.
Okay.
Cabo Villas, yeah.
Okay. And then you guys jetted off to Bali and
No, I actually had to work because my clients were like, "What's going on?" So,
right, I need my refills, I need my everything.
so I was like, "Okay, let me go ahead and go back to work." So we came back for 2 weeks, I think, 10 days. It was 10 days, and I did all my clients. I stacked them all into a week, and then I took a couple of days off, like to get my hair done and to pack, and then we dipped. So yeah, it wasn't like a straight little wedding to honeymoon thing. Just wasn't feasible because then that would have put me gone for like three
A
three
month.
weeks a
Right.
month, and they were not having that. So
Yeah. And you said
yeah.
your clients, so go ahead and let everybody know what you do.
Yes, so I have a beauty lounge in Burbank, California, and we specialize in lash extensions, waxing, and ombre powder brows. So, yeah, I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and yeah, that's why I say my clients they run me, so I couldn't just leave for 3 to 4 weeks without servicing them in between.
Ah, I love it. Yes. So yes, that's why we're going to talk beauty. I get the beauty questions. We're going to do that.
Yes.
I absolutely, positively appreciate you. I feel like I need a part two, so we're gonna get that on the books. I know. Okay. So, what would you say is the best thing and the worst thing about destination wedding planning?
Um, the best thing is that I do feel like you can cut your wedding party list down. You don't have to invite the friends that you don't really want to invite, or should I say acquaintances. Like, how sometimes you have that guilt list that you like, I gotta invite them because you don't have to do that for destination because they're not going to want to fly to be there anyway. Most of them won't. So, and then as far as family too, like family, if you have a lot of family and you're like, what's the best way to cut this list down? It's probably doing a destination because not everybody wants to travel, can afford to travel, or has the time available to be able to travel. So I think that doing a destination, it can work in your favor because the budget can be more ideal because it'll be a little less people. Worst thing I think is for me, because I'm kind of like go with the flow with a lot of things, I did not mind not doing a venue tasting or food tasting or cake tasting, but that might be annoying for you because you might be like, dang, I want to go, but timing, planning, money, you don't want to keep bouncing around to the location again. So those might be the two, the best and the worst. And I think that overall, I think my biggest takeaway from planning a wedding in general was just that this is my time. Like I stressed, you have the moments of where you're stressing, where you're like, what's going on? How am I going to do X, Y, and Z? But when we actually got to Cabo, I had so much fun. Like I hear a lot of brides say that they didn't eat breakfast, they were stressed the day of the wedding, they were crying, they were this, and I'm just like, what? Like that's just so pressure, so much. Like why do that to yourself? So when I got there, I had a great time. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had my friends there. We were just talking. One of my friends was like, "You might have been the chillest bride I've ever met." Like, cause my hair. The funny story about my hairstylist is she had broke her leg a couple of. It's not a funny story, but it is kind of. She had broke her leg. She had broke her leg a couple of months prior on a trip to Miami, and I kind of threatened her like, "Listen, if you don't show up to this wedding, it's gonna be me and you in that wheelchair because I'm not. I'm gonna fight you.
You're gonna hop along on to Cabo."
So my best friend actually had a layover from Oakland in LA, and she met her at the airport and took care of her because my hairstylist lives in LA. So my best friend that I had never met my hairstylist took her on the plane, took her all to Cabo, took it off, and I was just like, I have the best friends in the world. So she came and she did that, and she was like, she does hair for weddings all the time. So she was like, you were the calmest bride I've ever worked with, I've ever met. Like I had to sit on the floor and get my hair done the day of the wedding, and I was just sitting there like eating food and just like talking, and they were like, like you're so chill, and I'm like, what I gotta stress over? Like the wedding is in a few hours, I'm making all my time deadlines, the pictures are looking great, everybody is wearing white, because I think that was the biggest issue, was getting everybody to stop asking me if they could wear an extra color. Like, yeah. Can I add in black this? Can I add in pink this?
White.
Just white. What don't you get? White or cream. That's it. And so I told people that if you show up in another color, I'm not going to let you in. And I'm very serious. Because one thing about that, because I'm not a bridezilla, I will go hard with that. And I told my husband, I said, listen, I'm not going to trip off of a lot of things, but if people disrespect me with that one ask, it's going to be some problems. And he was like, I respect that. So that was it.
Oh, okay. I love that. So you had your hairstylist. Who is she normally your stylist just all the time, and she came?
She's my friend and hairstylist.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Lo and then Marie. You did what's her name?
Lo Marie. Yes.
Lo Marie. We'll link to her.
Yeah, for sure. Her Instagram is hairgoesby_lo, L-O.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And then your makeup was done by?
Me. I did it, y'all. So I did it because, they send you makeup artists in the area, and I was like, y'all gonna have me looking ashy. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to look ashy the day of my wedding. And I already do makeup. So I was like, I might as well just do it myself. So one thing, when you're doing your own makeup, you have your comfort zone. I have my makeup look that I wear. I haven't worn makeup in a while, but when I do makeup, it's the same look over and over and over again, because it's just like, this is just my look, And so I had my friend, she came and did like a consultation with me, like, oh, you should try this color, because I'm very basic in makeup. I'll put brown on my eyelid and call it a day. She was like, you need to yes, it just works. It's like, why do the extras? Just put the brown on, put a little pink lip with some lip gloss, call it a day. And so she came and she was like, do this, try this. So she did my makeup beautifully, and I was like, wow. Like, of course I would have loved to bring her, but it was kind of just one of those situations where it's like, you know how to do it yourself, so just do it. And so I just gave myself, my makeup look was like maybe 45 minutes. And then I was like, all right, we're done here. I was ready before my guests had all arrived. I was just sitting down waiting. And they were like, you're done? I was like, I think so. Did I really? And
like, you tell me, right?
And I'm like, okay, is everybody there? They're like, no, the guests are kind of running behind. So I think we might have started 10 to 15 minutes late. But that was it. I don't play that lateness for the weddings. So I've been at weddings where I've had to wait 2 hours before the bride comes down. Yes.
So you
Yes.
said no, 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 ma'am,
I,
not
and
me.
I'm not going to be able to do that. So I think they might have waited 10 to 15 minutes max. And it wasn't even my fault. It was their fault because they were late. So, yeah.
Ah, I just love you so very much. Thank you so very much. Okay, the last question
Go ahead.
is what would you say to any bride friends, and we say Desti brides also, but anyone who's afraid of planning a Desti wedding, what is your
Um,
advice?
I think you can have the fear and just do it anyway. A lot of people listen to their friends or their family and they're like, oh, don't do it. Oh, it's so much. It's going to be difficult. It's just like, if that's when you dream of your ideal wedding and if you see yourself at a beach destination or a resort or whatever, just linking up with your friends and having like a warm summer night wedding, like do it. Don't let anybody convince you that you should have it anywhere else or minimize your dream because you can do it and it's very possible and you can have it within any budget. Like there are some people that have just their closest 15 friends. You can have 100 people. You can do whatever you want to do. So it's like for me, I'm just one of those people like I'll just tell you what I'm doing instead of asking. It's almost like one of those things like ask for forgiveness instead of permission. Like don't tell anybody like, oh, because then people get in your ear and then you start to doubt like, okay, should I be doing this? And it's just like, why not? You only get one life. Let's live it to the fullest. Let's do what our heart desires. And I think you just figure everything out as you go. So once you say like, okay, I want to have a destination wedding, let me figure it out. The universe really starts to work in your favor. You start to realize, oh, my friend can do my hair. Oh, my blah 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 does makeup. Oh, this beautiful dress, it'll be beautiful for this, and easy to travel with or whatever the situation may be. And I
Yeah.
think my biggest thing is my biggest. People were very mad at me about this, but not having any bridesmaids or groomsmen really was the cake topper. That
Yeah.
sealed the deal. I had a very peaceful, fun wedding. All of my best friends were there. I have a lot of sisters and I have best friends, and so it just would have been too much. And then it's like, who is this marriage for? It's for me and you. So you guys can come and celebrate with us, but I don't need 15 people behind me like, okay. Like which is it's fine if you want to do that, but don't feel pressured to have anybody up there with you. The only thing I was going to consider is maybe allowing my sister to be my oldest sister to be my what is the word? What's the word? The maid of honor. So I was gonna
The
have
matron, yeah, or
yeah, the
whatever,
maid.
yeah.
So I was gonna have my oldest sister be the matron of honor and his older brother, stand behind him. But then at the end of the day, I was just like, or we could just do us. And I still lost friends planning a wedding, which is interesting. But
Me too. I had no bridal party and still, yeah.
I lost friends. I just was like you just see people's true colors. And I was grateful that I saw it then than now because it's like, what are you here for? Oh, I'm just not in a happy space. I'm just not available when I've given you a year notice. And it's just like, okay,
Mm,
I see you. God is
mm.
showing me who you really are. And so you got to just take that with a grain of salt. But I definitely lost friends. So that's why you will lose a friend or two. I have not met a bride that said they never lost a friend while planning their wedding. Never,
I don't
never met a
believe
bride.
it.
I have a lot of clients. Never had somebody say they kept all their all their friends planning their wedding. And so, two, I'm going to go back to the question, which was I just be going on forever, and I know this lady's about to get mad. So I just think you can have the fear, but do it anyway, and everything will work out in your favor. So that's it.
Oh, I love you. How can people find you?
Okay, so I'm on Instagram at Shar Davis XO. Basically, all my handles are Shar Davis XO. My YouTube, my Twitter, and my Instagram. And you can find me on there doing lifestyle, beauty, and travel. I travel a lot. I also have an Instagram, Brown Girls Trippin', and I create and curate trips for brown women to meet and just, tear up the city together. So, yeah, so you can find me on
Yes.
handles. And I look forward to doing another beauty and another whatever you want to do. We could do it.
Yay! Thank you so very much, Shar.
Having me.
Of course, you have a great day. Enjoy your appointment, and I will be in touch.
Okay. See you later. Bye, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.